Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Today after the Poch announcement where Mauricio Pochettino became the new Chelsea manager or Chelsea head coach, quote unquote. And I did say that look, from this point onwards, now that the season is done, it's going to kick off in terms of transfer news. Players moving left, right and centre. Transfer window hasn't even opened yet. And on day one of basically the off-season, if you want to call it that for Chelsea, the season is still going for the European finals, of course, and even some domestic leagues elsewhere. But in terms of Chelsea, it's the end of the season. Day one, after the Poch announcement, explosion. We've got tons to go through today. And look, if that's going to set the tone for how this window is going to be, you best believe we are in for the most chaotic transfer window on record. And the fact that we've got other clubs to discuss on this channel as well, it's not just going to be all Chelsea, it will be mainly Chelsea, but there will be discussion when big stories happen elsewhere. We already have a big one, and that will come at the end of the video today. So keep your eyes peeled. Before we get into the latest, two things. Firstly, make sure you check out the second channel, Younes Talks, link in the description. New content coming on there consistently, very, very soon, very imminently. So keep your eyes peeled for those when they drop. Secondly, yesterday in the video where I spoke about Poch's arrival at Chelsea Football Club, I gave you guys a grammar rectification. Right, for the Chelsea social admin on Twitter who decided to put Chelsea is delighted, and I said no, it's Chelsea are delighted, and then I got a load of Americans that came into the comment section to rectify me. Okay, so I found out that in America they say is when taking a single entity into context, whereas here in England, the inventors of the language, right, we say are, because that entity is comprised of many individuals. You know, Chelsea are a club of many individuals working for that club that come collectively to make that club, right? It's not a thing. It's a group of people coming together to create the thing, right? So in that aspect, the British say are and the Americans say is. So we're going to have to agree to disagree on that one, my American friends. I'm sorry. We are right, and over in America, you are right. So we'll leave it at that. But let's get cracking. Today's news is huge. We've already got big stories. Fabrizio Romano. Kick us off with the latest. We're starting off with the big one. Here it is. JOAO FELIX will not stay at Chelsea next season. Pochettino has decided JOAO returns to Atleti. We have been informed that Poch does not count with JOAO FELIX for Chelsea. He will return here. We'll see. We've nothing planned, said the Atletico president. Caicedo has announced. This is actually quite mega, and it's mad. Atletico Madrid did not know about this only up until 24 hours ago. It's like we literally just informed them and went, hey, yo, Atletico, yeah, we're sending Felix back. All right, cheers. Just cut the line. This is a little bit of a shock, but at the same time, it's not surprising. I didn't expect it to go down like this. I didn't expect all of a sudden, he's gone. You know, I do suspect we're going to get a load of those. So strap yourselves in, Chelsea fans. I think as the days go by, we're going to be seeing players just disappear. If I have to guess, I think there's going to be a day where it's announced Mount has left. There's going to be a day where Kovacic has left. There's going to be a day where Pulisic has just left. I think that's what's going to happen. So strap yourselves in, people. It's going to get very interesting. JOAO FELIX is the first guy. Now, what do I think about this? JOAO FELIX going over back to Atletico, will not be staying at Chelsea, has played his last game, has now left all of a sudden. I like JOAO FELIX. I'll be honest, a lot of you know how I feel when I see Felix play. I genuinely think he has great talent. Do I think that this is the right decision, though? Yes. Yes, it is. Pochettino wants players that are going to... I don't want to, compromise this Poch's ability as a coach and just make it seem like he's basically Lampard, where it's just all about the running, but... He is very, very hell-bent on fitness and having players at the peak of their physical abilities. Felix is not going to be put into that bracket, hence why he didn't make it at Atletico. And Diego Simeone was more than happy for him to go, because Diego Simeone, look, he drills his players through the ground. Not to the ground, through it, right? To the point where those players can meet their ancestors again, right? If you're not going to make it Atletico with Simeone, you ain't going to make it with Poch. So I understand where Poch is coming from. We also need to take into context the fact that Nkunku is coming to Chelsea. This is what I think the kicker is. If Nkunku wasn't coming in, I would be against this. We have Nkunku coming in, which I know for a lot of you are going to say, oh, but that means Kai Havertz is staying, isn't he? Yeah, it is. It is. But you have to understand, Kai Havertz is a permanent. He's a Chelsea player. And we have to put things into context here. We've not been very happy with him with the position he's been played in. He's not a centre forward, right? With Nkunku coming in, yes, it's probably going to compromise how Havertz is going to play. But Havertz is a permanent player. Havertz has been at Chelsea for a little while. We don't know the situation with JOAO FELIX. We don't know if it's going to be possible to sign him on a permanent. If Atletico want him back eventually, would it be another loan deal? It would be pretty crazy to say, okay, we're getting Nkunku in, we'll keep Felix, we'll sell Havertz, and then Felix goes back to Atletico afterwards, and we're left with Nkunku, and we're left with having to get someone in to try and be an attacking midfielder as well, because we can't just have Nkunku on his own. So I understand, I guess, in terms of the direction of the football club, yes, it would be the wisest move to keep Havertz. See how he does under Poch. Yeah, in his position. Yeah, fair enough. Not as a centre forward. Never again, please. And Felix goes back to Atletico whilst Nkunku comes in. That makes sense, and I think that's why Chelsea have made the decision to just go along with what Poch wants here. Poch doesn't want him. Fair enough, we move. He wants Nkunku, he's getting Nkunku, Nkunku's coming in, let's see how he does. So that's the latest with JOAO FELIX in terms of his time at Chelsea. It's come to an abrupt end, something that we didn't really expect. So I have to say, in that aspect, JOAO FELIX, thank you very much for all that you've done. He has scored Chelsea's last... No, he didn't. I was thinking about the United game. No, he didn't. No, we scored against Newcastle. Kieran Trippier got Chelsea's last goal. All right, the last Chelsea goal scorer this season was JOAO FELIX. So, thank you very much for all that you've done. Muchos gracias. He'll understand that. And best wishes. Best wishes back at Atletico. And best wishes for the rest of your career. And I'm looking forward to see where Felix goes, because he's still young, got tons of potential, has bags of experience, and we'll see where he ends up next. It's going to be very interesting to see where JOAO FELIX goes in terms of his career and what his trajectory will end up looking like. So keep an eye out for him, and thank you very much again, JOAO FELIX. It's been a pleasure. In such a bad season. And the one thing about him that I do want to admire, when he came out recently and said, no, you know what, I've enjoyed the last 4 or 5 months and we've been having hell. He's been enjoying his time. Honest, I admire that. I really admire that. It's a positive mindset, and I appreciate that. So thank you very much, JOAO FELIX, and take care. We move on. Here's the next piece of news. And this is lovely. This is lovely. Check this out. Chelsea are targeting both Manuel Ugarte and Moises Caicedo this summer. We'll go straight into what Fabrizio has said. Negotiations continue for Manuel Ugarte deal. David Datro Fofana is currently not part of the discussions between Chelsea and Sporting, but Chelsea are now insisting to find a solution. Poch wants Ugarte. PSG also pushing. They're still in the race. PSG, lads, no. You haven't got the facilities for this, big guy. Big men, not big man, big men. You ain't got the facilities for this. Step aside. Look, Poch wants him. I think safe to say a lot of us want him. Get him. Simple as that. Get Ugarte to Chelsea, and I can't wait to see Ugarte with Enzo. I can't. And you know what? It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. As I just showed you beforehand, it's not just Ugarte we're after. We're also after Caicedo. So, here's Fabrizio with the latest for Caicedo. Brighton manager Roberto De Zerbi told Moses Caicedo in January to stay at the club until June despite huge bids, and then promised to sell him in the summer in case of a good proposal. Pact will be respected. Chelsea are still keen on Caicedo, but it's three clubs race. So, I have to very, very quickly. Spurs, that's how you respect a player's wishes. Just saying. I had to. Come on. Harry Kane is struggling to leave that football club. He's got a price tag of over 100 million on his head. No one's going to pay that. He's reaching the end of his career, or he's about to at some point. He can't leave Spurs. He was desperate to win a trophy. He's stuck there forever, and he wanted to leave. Daniel Levy was like, yeah, no problem, we'll get you out, no worries. When the time came to it, now we've got nothing on paper, mate. Don't know what you're talking about. We never had a conversation. Prove it. Honestly, that's how you do it. Respect to Brighton, respect to De Zerbi, respect to the owner of Brighton and the way that they've conducted their business. That will be respected. Caicedo will be on his way this summer if a good bid comes in. And many clubs interested, 3 of them. Chelsea are one of them. It's clear that we want him. Now, there's the whole N'Golo Kante situation. That's kind of gone left. I don't understand how it's gone left, but it was so clear that he was about to sign a new deal, and now all of a sudden, it's not very clear if he will sign a new deal. So, in case, right? And even so, we have to be honest here, even so, even if we do keep Kante, I think it would be wise. It would be wise to bring in Caicedo with Ugarte. That way we have a 4-man midfield of Enzo, Ugarte, Caicedo, and N'Golo Kante. Kovacic will end up going, LoftusCheek will end up going, all the other guys will end up going, probably Gallagher and Mount, and everyone will probably leave, right? 4-man midfield, Ugarte, Enzo, Caicedo, Kante. I think that's fantastic. I think that's the midfield sorted. That is more than sorted. So, hopefully, Chelsea can end up persuading both of them, but Ugarte is looking good, and right now the priority is Ugarte because we need a proper DM. We need someone who is going to do the dirty work, that is going to protect, but someone that is physically able, that can persist with the intensity, that can move the ball quickly, that has those physical attributes on and off the ball, that is solid but quick, dynamic and fast, technical but aggressive. That is Ugarte. We need him urgently. And that will liberate Enzo Fernandez even more. And I think they can form a beautiful partnership. And as well as that, if we end up in a 3-man midfield of, we can say this, Ugarte, Caicedo and Enzo. Calm, Younes, calm. Calm before the storm. The storm that will work in our favour if those players come to Chelsea. Honestly, it's going to be mega if this were to happen. So let's see what happens. That's the latest. And Caicedo would be a fantastic acquirement as well. Let me know your thoughts down below in relation to Ugarte and Caicedo. Although I think Caicedo is going to be a bit more difficult because you have 2 other clubs that are in for him. We are, I guess, on a level playing field. With Ugarte, it seems like we are the favourites. He wants the Premier League. We're in a great position. It seems like it's very easy to get done. Caicedo a little bit more complicated. So we will see how that goes. Now, here's the latest on Mauricio Pochettino. Because there's confusion as to when is he actually starting work? Right? When is he actually beginning his time at Chelsea? Here it is, and I'll explain everything to you as it goes. So check this out. Mauricio Pochettino is due in London on Wednesday for a series of meetings and will split his time between the capital and Barcelona in the next month before he officially starts at Chelsea on July 1st. Now, a lot of you are going to be angry at that. Don't stop. Let me explain. Because at first I read that and was like, what? And then I found out and I was like, okay, there's nothing that he can do. There's nothing that Chelsea can do. As per his contract with Paris Saint-Germain, as per his contract with PSG, he's not allowed to officially begin work at another club until July 1st. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing Chelsea can do. But he's already been announced. And that explains why we've not actually seen Pochettino with a Chelsea shirt yet. He's not been officially unveiled. He's been announced, but he's not been unveiled. He can't be unveiled until this time. Simple. But he has started working already. He's already doing things. He's already making moves. He's already in contact. He's basically working from home. If you want to put it in layman's terms like you and me would understand, he's working from home. Don't worry, on July 1st, he'll be in the office. That's basically what's going on. I'm sure he's going to have loads of hotel meetings, you know, in the foyer of those 5-star, 6-star, 7-star hotels. You know, little contacts here and there. Maybe a call on Zoom, maybe on Teams, maybe even a FaceTime call if it's a little bit more intimate and private. You know, that can happen. But in regards to his work at Chelsea, that has already begun, and I'm sure the communication is there right now as he gets things in order for his arrival officially on July 1st, where everything hopefully should be in place for pre-season, and that should be the aim. So let's see how it pans out up until that point. There's still over a month until he officially begins at Chelsea, so it's a lot of work to do whilst he's at home. Let's get moving to the latest with Loftus-Cheek. Check this out. AC Milan are close, agreeing terms with Ruben Loftus-Cheek over long-term contract after direct contact started and revealed 2 weeks ago. Talks between Milan and Chelsea are ongoing to reach full agreement on fee. All parties are hopeful and optimistic. He's already said his goodbye. He is going to be leaving. This is a given, and I wish him the best, and I hope he does go to AC Milan. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he can thrive in Italian football. I think Serie A will be a better environment for him. I think the pace will be a little slower, something he can keep up with a little bit more. His intensity that he can bring physically is going to help him over there, like it's helped all the others that had left the Premier League to go to Serie A. I think he'll find his feet a little bit more at a tempo that will suit where he is right now, because that injury done him dirty, and we have to be honest, he's never going to hit that level again as far as I'm concerned. Or it will take a lot of time that Chelsea just don't have. We don't have the time to wait. So Loftus-Cheek, I think, will find his feet over there, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it all goes with him next to Tomori and Giroud. And you know, it's not all. He's not alone. He's not alone. So that makes me happy. That makes me happy for him. So looking forward to seeing how that's going to pan out. And my fingers are crossed for Ruben. And best wishes out there in AC Milan. Hopefully that's announced very, very soon. Now to end. And like I said at the start of the video, we have big news to report to you that's not Chelsea related. It's already kicking off. Here it is. Saudi Arabia's offer to Benzema. His offer is no taxes, 100% image rights, pick a club and a city, commercial deals, any luxuries he wants, 2-year deal. It's come out that Benzema is on the brink of leaving Real Madrid, and Al Hilal, the club that are going after Lionel Messi, are trying to get Benzema. Now, Benzema has been offered by Saudi Arabia, like the state, that if he wants, he can pick any club he wants to. He can let you pick a club. Pick a club. Hey, Habibi. And you know what? Benzema is obviously Algerian by blood, so I'm sure he speaks a word or two. They'll be able to communicate in Arabic. Habibi. Well, pick a club. Pick any club. Any club you want, pick a club. It's yours. Take it. And then he will be like, shukran, Habibi, shukran. I will play with Messi. Or he could go to Al Nassr and he could play with Ronaldo again. That would be quite nice to see, I'm not going to lie. But Benzema did a while ago say that once he reckons his time has come to an end and he will only be holding people back is when he will choose to leave Real Madrid. And I think that time has now come, especially at the age that he's at. He's hit his peak. I think Real Madrid as a team are going to start deconstructing themselves to try and build again. They have to build again. That's it. This team, I think, has come to an end. They have to start bringing the new lads through and pick themselves up and go again in the next couple of years. Benzema will obviously not be a part of that. So the time is now. If he wants the money, the time is now. Now, some of you are going to ask, why is Saudi Arabia doing this? All the money they're offering, apparently they're offering close to what? 200 million a year or something ridiculous again. Just like they offered to Ronaldo, just like they're offering to Messi right now. Messi will be joining Al Hilal, by the way. That, I think, is definitely going to happen. Benzema will follow in his suit. Why? Saudi Arabia are trying to get all these big names. They are trying to host the World Cup in 2030. They want all the ambassadors they can. They want all the big names in Saudi Arabia. They want all the eyes and attention on Saudi football, on the infrastructure, on what they have to offer. That way, whilst all the eyes are on Saudi, everyone can see, oh, wow, that place looks amazing. All of a sudden, yeah, no problem, World Cup bid, here's the World Cup bid, here it is. You'll give us World Cup, no problem. And then boom, they're offered the World Cup. That's their plan. They're going to have ambassadors like Ronaldo, like Messi and Benzema, without question. All the money that will be thrown at them will be absolutely astronomical, and they will obviously take it because it would be stupid to say no to that. So Benzema, I expect to go to Saudi. Messi, I expect to go to Saudi. And next season, we could be seeing Ronaldo, Messi and Benzema in Saudi. And to be honest, look, if you're going to end your career, I don't think there's a better place. Especially for Benzema. Benzema specifically as a person and who he is would be perfect. Just like I said a while ago, it'd be perfect for N'Golo Kante. Why? When you go to the Middle East, you know, you've got the weather, you've got the food, you've got all the money, you've got the resources. Everything's given to you. It's tax-free. For them, specifically, religion, mosques nearby, the influence of everyone. It's clean. It's adaptable. People are nice. It's perfect. For them, it's absolutely perfect. So that is why I reckon Benzema will probably go to Saudi. He'll take this up. I'd be shocked if he said no to this. And we could be getting confirmation of that very, very soon. So let me know your thoughts down below in relation to Benzema and his potential move to Saudi. On top of everything that I've discussed today, Felix leaving Chelsea. It's weird saying Felix. I'm so used to saying Felix. But he wants his name pronounced Felix. I get it right at the end, just as he leaves the football club. Felix it is. Your thoughts on him leaving? And all the other stories that I've gone through today in relation to Ugarte, Caicedo, having both of those at Chelsea. Let me know your thoughts down below. There's rumours popping up that Pulisic, as I've said, could be leaving. Kovacic could be leaving. We're going to get a lot of players leaving this football club. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Let's see how this rebuild of Chelsea will go. I will keep you guys updated on all of my thoughts day by day as it comes in. So it's going to be one hell of a journey that we have together up until the new season starts, eh? Anyway, before we go, tomorrow is the final of the Europa League. So I just want to shout out to Roma and Jose Mourinho. He done an interview on BT Sport earlier today. I find it fascinating that he always has time for the English press. He always has time for the English journalists, for you know, he doesn't do it with anyone else. It's always just with the English. And there's a reason why. He finds himself at home here, I genuinely think, but he's doing fantastic things over at Roma. I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy for Roma. I'm happy for Tammy Abraham, and I hope they do it tomorrow. Come on, Roma. Win the Europa League, back-to-back European trophies, and qualify for the Champions League. I'd be very, very happy for them. So that will be tomorrow. I'll give you my thoughts on that after it's all said and done, I reckon. Keep your eyes peeled for that. I'll give you a review of that Europa League final. And I will give you a news video, so you could be getting a double upload tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Make sure you're here for it. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification button to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. See you tomorrow. In a bit, people. Take care and peace.